What up, everyone? It's your man, Xman87 here, bringing you another Marvel Legends collection video. And what I have for you today is my Marvel Legends Wolverine and Iron Man collection display. Before we get into everything, if you could please leave a thumbs up, like rating on the video. It'll help show your support for my channel, and I greatly appreciate it. Now, with that said, I want to introduce you to one of my newest favorite additions to my collection, and that's my Wolverine and Iron Man shelves. And oh my god, let me tell you, I'm absolutely in love with these shelves, and I'm honestly loving my collection more this time around than last, even though I had more figures the last time. But I just felt like it was getting too repetitive, giving you guys the same thing. It was always the same X-Men, Spider-Man, Avengers, MCU, and it's just I had to switch it up. Now, I was able to give you more. I added a mystical shelf, a villains team shelf, a secondary X-Men shelf with Savage Land, the classic X-Men, and even Guardians of the Galaxy, Thor, Fantastic Four, now Wolverine and Iron Man. So this time around, I'm giving you a lot more, so it feels fresher, it feels newer, and it just, it needed the revamp for sure, and I'm happy with it. So starting left to right is my girl, Lady Mandarin, and yes, I have her with the Madripoor hand ninjas, as she should be. I absolutely love the way this looks, man. My favorite figure, my favorite Marvel Legends figure of 2024. It really motivated me. That figure really motivated me to start a Wolverine shelf. And I've always wanted to start a Wolverine shelf, so I'm very happy with it. This is like now my third dedicated X-Men shelf. So we got Sabretooth right here. I did get an extra Sabretooth because, come on, I needed one. Not just for my Brotherhood, for my Wolverine shelf. Like, if I'm going to have a Wolverine shelf, the second figure I need is Sabretooth on that shelf. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts. And I do have my Astonishing X-Men Wolverine as my main Wolverine on my Wolverine shelf. And this is pretty much where I'm going to build my Astonishing X-Men team to go along with them. That's why I have Cyclops and Emma Frost. Also, if you notice in my X-Men collection display, I don't have everyone up. There's still so many more Marvel Legends I have in bins. Like, for instance, Generation X, like Monet and Chamber. I didn't put them up because I'm still waiting for them to complete that team. It's a good thing we're getting Husk, but I don't, sometimes Marvel Legends team, they're hit or miss with the teams. So they'll either complete them or they take too damn long to complete them. I think I'll just wait for them to complete them, and then I'll decide to put them on my shelf. But if it's almost complete, maybe I'll consider putting them on my shelf too. Lady Deathstrike, beautiful figure. I just feel like she's missing a yelling head. Like, especially this pose. Like, I feel like she should be yelling, but it is what it is. Still a nice looking figure, in my opinion. But an updated one with the face print deco, ooh, that's gonna slap. God, I love that Astonishing X-Men Wolverine. If I had to redo my top 10, ranking my top 10 favorite Wolverine figures, yeah, I would say this one now is my number one. This one surpasses that X-Men 97 one, and I love that one, but my God. The double diaphragm joint, the upgraded torso, it just made a huge difference. And here are my Reavers, led by Lady Deathstrike. I do hope we get a dedicated Donald Pierce Reavers figure to go with this team. So I have Skullbuster mounted on the Bonebreaker Bath. So, it's looking real cool. I need to put an effect there. I had one last time. I should put one there next time around. I gotta remind myself. Here's Pretty Boy. Good looking figure. Needed some more dry brushing on him though. And we have Reese, which is on the G.I. Joe Classified Series Gung Ho body. Just looks perfect like that. I have the Cuckoos behind Emma Frost, as it should. The the hell happened to Emma Frost? It's like, uh, probably a piece of dog hair got on her. I'm like, why is that on her chest? Sorry about that. There she goes. Yeah, I think it's a very comic accurate Emma Frost head. Very Cassidy art like. May he rest in peace. Astonishing X-Men Cyclops. Can't wait for more Astonishing X-Men figures. Then here we get to the villains like Silver Samurai. Some more villains I have. Omega Red, definitely gotta have him there. Oh my god, if they release the Team X figures, yeah, they're going on this shelf. And my Wolverine shelf might be expanded because I do want to add, you guys know I own a lot of Wolverine figures, so I do want to add a lot of his suits. So I might do something like Spider-Man where I have a bunch of Spider suits on display. I'll just have a bunch of Wolverine suits on display. And so I have X-23 Wolverine there. I have the X-Men Deadpool. I did want a Deadpool on my Wolverine shelf, so I have the blue and yellow one right there. Maverick, freaking love Maverick, one of my favorite Legends figures. And then I have Cyber, and trying not to knock down Skullbuster here. And I do have Old Man Logan. That's like my third Wolverine figure on this shelf. Holding Baby Hulk right there. Hopefully you can get a good look at him. And it's probably not going to focus there. But I have Wendigo on the back. I had him originally on my Deadpool shelf. I may put him back there. I don't know. I just wanted to fill this shelf out more. Then I have Patch and Joe Fixit. So I'm like, yo, I got 2 Joe Fixit figures. Where's the other one going to go? And it's just great that I started a Wolverine shelf because now I have a spot for him. And my centerpiece of display is the Weapon X Wolverine, and I just had to do this. I had to do this. If I have a Wolverine shelf, I gotta have the figure that started it all. That freaking Weapon X, man, his origins, gotta take it to the roots. And man, that is the Toy Biz. I know I'm gonna be asked this, so I have to address it. That chamber, the Weapon X lab chamber, is from the Toy Biz 90s vintage playset. I think it was called the Weapon X Lab, something like that. So all I did was just paint it up. And I just put some stickers, even though it's so old, the stickers are like peeling off. You can probably see it, but Wolverine is just in there taking a bath. And the water effect you see there that's raising him is, I don't remember. Honestly, I don't remember where it came from. I think that came from the Hydro Man 3 3/4. I think that was his effect, and I just popped it off and put it there. So it looks like he's floating. So yeah, I had to have that. And my God, I could look at this shelf all day. I absolutely love it. But now we get into my Iron Man shelf, and oh God. Oh, I'm in love with it, man. I'm in love with it. I don't know if you guys remember, but when I was talking about, doing my next collection video, I did say if I can manage a way to fit Fin Fang Foom on my Iron Man shelf, then I'm going to do it. Because I was afraid I wasn't going to have him fit in there, and I would have to put him in my Fantastic Four display, which is fine. He'll still fit there. But he's so tall, my shelf only fits a 13-inch tall figure. He's 16 inches, so I had to put him in a way where he's like crawling, which, Fin Fang Foom has done several times in the comics. So he's pretty much crawling. I have his tail up, and I think it looks nice. I might have to raise that upper arm a little bit, but I think it looks really, really nice. But anyway, let me get started here, left to right. We got the Guardsman, the Vault Guardsman here. I remember in the comics when Venom just absolutely wrecked him. Count Nefaria. All right, that's I don't have a fancy pose for him, but definitely applied the rope the right way. I don't know why they always had the rope packaged with him like underneath the cape, but I've seen almost everyone get this wrong where it's supposed to be over the cape. So yeah, if you have Count Nefaria, this is the proper way to apply the cape. The rope should be around the cape, not underneath it. So strange choice. Don't know why they didn't do that. And here I have my favorite Iron Man model armor of all time, which is the modular Iron Man. And so I had to switch it up, man. I gave him a newer pose because I just had him kind of like Iron Patriot you see there, just standing vanilla blasting. And I'm like, nah, I don't like two figures having the same exact pose on the same shelf. And I am actually pleased with this pose because I feel like I'm not that great of an Iron Man poser. I don't know what it is. With Iron Man, I don't feel like I can nail down his poses. Like, there are some people out there that just nail his poses, like Lethal Collector on Instagram. He's awesome. Real RX, right? I forgot his name. Real RX, something like that. But he's also amazing with posing. He does a lot of, table posing, but still, I don't know. In my humble opinion, I don't feel like I'm the best Iron Man poser. Same with like Spider-Man. I feel like I could never nail those poses. I mean, I do okay. I know some people say I'm great, but man, I just see the way others kill it, and I'm just like, man, I got nothing on them. But I try. Here is War Machine. Got the retro one there. And I don't know what it is. Guys, have you ever tried putting War Machine with these effects by itself? I had to have a Mafex stand support it because I tried several times. It just kept falling over and over. And it just sucks. It's like Marvel Legends makes these nice effect bases, but they just don't hold up. They're not sturdy. And I'm like, what's the point of making an effect base if it's not sturdy? So yeah, that's just one of my biggest gripes with them. They make an effect piece, like a base, and it's just not sturdy enough. Like the Frankie Ray Nova piece and the Silver Surfer from the HasLab. Those are nice effect bases, but sometimes they're not that sturdy. And, depending on the pose, they can topple over. But that Phoenix Deluxe, oh, perfect. It is perfect. That's how they should make effect pieces, making sure they don't fall. One more look at that War Machine because the lights are bouncing off of the effects so nice. I do like that. But yeah, as you can see, I have the Mafex stand supporting him so he doesn't fall. He kept falling back on Detroit Steel, and it was pissing me off. Here's Ultron. Gotta have an Ultron on my Iron Man display. This is from the MCU. Cassie Lang built a figure wave. Whiplash! Finally, a freaking Whiplash. Been waiting for a classic Whiplash for forever. And on his whip, definitely got to be reused for Senyaka. I want my acolytes already. And I got to fix that Whiplash. Holy crap. I got to fix that whip because it looks like he's giving bro a colonoscopy, man. Oh, that does not look right. Oh, I got to reposition that. Oh, that looks weird. Oh, boy. Go around here. Yeah, we'll just stick with that. I do have the Secret Wars Doom, another Doom over here with my Iron Man villains. And then we'll get to the rest of the villains. So I got Grey Gargoyle. I'm going to try to speed it up here. Living Laser. Iron Patriot. I have him held with his helmet right there. I do like the way that looks. His colors pop nicely on the shelf. And my extra one is in my Hall of Armor. And then Detroit Steel. This is such an underrated figure. And it's so nice. The colors just pop beautifully. He looks good next to Iron Patriot, by the way. Love the effects here. Yeah, it's just a really, really nice looking figure. And plus, he was on that MCU Ironmonger body, which is a great figure. So I like some of the reused parts there. And it's just such a dope figure. Definitely one of my favorite figures on this display. And then we have Spy Master. We have Blizzard and Whirlwind. right there. Hopefully we get another one. I want one on my Masters of Evil shelf. And we got Dread Knight. So yeah, I had to sacrifice some of those figures on my villains like the Masters of Evil just to fill up this Iron Man shelf, because I feel like I have enough villains in my villain shelf. Then Ironmonger and the controller right there. I got an extra MODOK right there because he was like dirt cheap on sale. I believe got him from like BBTS or Amazon. I don't know. He was like 20 bucks. I got him with a haul of a few other figures that I needed to get when I was working on this Iron Man shelf, and one of those was Crimson Dynamo, and oh man, this figure surprised the hell out of me. Gorgeous looking figure. I love the effects, the accessories, they just killed it, you know. So I'm gonna hold on to this Marvel Selects one until Marvel Legends comes out with a Crimson Dynamo classic version like this, because that's what I'm waiting for. I'm trying to keep everything Marvel Legends here, but Marvel Selects complements the Marvel Legends collection so well, especially when you look at that Titanium Man. I love their big figures. I really love their big figures. I did think about getting Better Ray Bill, but you know, he's just way too big. He would be way too big on this store shelf. He would be just completely out of scale. So no, that it just doesn't work for me. I'll wait for Marvel Legends to release a classic version, and then centerpiece on this display is Fang Foom. Love that bath. I hope they make him a HasLab one day or open pre-order, whatever it is. I just hope he's huge, like 30 inches tall. My best bet is he'll probably end up being a HasLab, but then again, I don't take my word for it. I don't know what they're cooking up there, so we'll just see. I feel like I have 3 centerpieces on my Iron Man shelf. This War Machine. Kind of sucks that he's kind of blocking Detroit Steel, but I mean, yeah, I may fix that. I may fix that later. We'll see. But this is just one of my absolutely like one of my favorite new shelves. It looks absolutely beautiful, and I had to have it next to my Hall of Armor right there. So, you know, it kind of flows with everything else. So, yeah. This is such a beautiful, vibrant, colorful shelf. Always wanted to do an Iron Man shelf, and it didn't disappoint. The colors are just beautiful. Like this shelf, the vibrancy on this shelf is just, I love it. All right, so real quick before I go, I did end up fixing it. And yeah, I just have Iron Man front and center there. Now he doesn't block Detroit Steel, because I was worried about War Machine blocking Iron Patriot and Fang Foom, but he really doesn't now that I adjusted it. Definitely was the change needed for this shelf, so now Detroit Steel is not blocked, because that was really bugging me. That was bugging me. Also, one more thing before I go, I decided to switch up the pose on my Secret Wars Doctor Doom on this shelf. So I just have him standing straight, because that white stance pose before was just bothering me next to Whiplash. I don't know, for some reason it just didn't look right to me. So I have him here displayed without the mask and the hood. He's holding his mask, and I don't know why I didn't think about this before, because I always said if I display a double, I want him to look different with some variety, because I have the other Doom here with the mask and the hood on my villain shelf. So I don't know why I didn't think about it, but that just happens sometimes, you know, doing these display shows. There's just so much that goes into it that sometimes I just don't think about it at the time, and I have to sit on it for a while and decide, okay, this needs change, that needs change, yada, yada, yada. But I do like the final look to this, and oh my God, man. The one thing that's missing on my shelf is a freaking Mandarin, and I refuse to get that outdated old Toy Biz Mandarin figure. That thing was terrible with that rubber robe. You can't pose them for shit. So please, Hasbro, please give us a comic Mandarin. Actually, I don't mind an animated series Mandarin. That actually is my preferred Mandarin look, and I think he would look better. He would blend in with this shelf more. But still give us a comic one, Hasbro, because I'll put that comic version on this shelf, and hopefully he has a fabric robe so we can pose him, and I hope he has all sorts of crazy effects for his 10 rings. some cool hand effects there. So I just wanted to show you the final look of this display, and I'm very, very happy with it. And I hope you like it too. So I just wanted to make this change real quick before I finalize it in editing and upload it. But now I kick it back to you. Which figure was your favorite figure on display on my Wolverine shelf and on my Iron Man shelf? And tell me, which shelf do you like more? Do you like the Iron Man shelf, or do you like the Wolverine shelf more? I can't decide. I just can't decide. I love them both. Comment below, let me know, we'll chat about it. Thanks for watching another Marvel Legends collection video. Please follow me on Instagram if you haven't already at xman87. Hit the notification bell so you always know when my latest videos are up. Share and subscribe if you're new. See you on the next video. Peace, peace.